Welcome into another episode of FS22, or Farming Simulator 22, with me, the midlife Simster. Here we are playing the Carpathian countryside. In the last episode, not massive amounts, just kind of getting through the basics, trying to sort these fields out. Off camera, the only thing I've done is I've filled up this the last 5% of this trailer with the straw, took that back, dropped it off. My intention was to simply do a lot of this off camera now and then bring you guys back in to the recording at the point that there's going to be a little bit of something different. However, although this task in itself is very mundane and boring, and we've all seen it and there's nothing to be taken from it, it does offer me the opportunity to have a bit of a chat about some stuff. So it's been a couple of weeks now since I recorded an episode. So first off, apologies in this episode, because I genuinely had to go back, watch my own YouTube content to understand where we were, what the plan was, and I've kind of skimmed through that, reminded myself enough, I think, of what we're looking to do, and can kind of pick it up from there. The primary plan being get these fields sorted, new crops, start the animals. We've taken a contract out that's out in the background just to try and get a bit of additional money. Not that we need masses of it, but it'll help and kind of make progress that way. The things I kind of want to talk about is the explanation as to why I've not put out any content. There isn't, I've got to stop saying I remember last time we talked about this, and I should be maybe doing some sort of, oh my word, some psychology aversion therapy maybe. So elastic band around the wrist, so every time I say the word that I don't want to say, I strike the elastic band up, causes sharp pain, and that then teaches my brain not to say that word. The reason I've been offline for so long is there's several small reasons that all contributed at the same time, with a bit of terrible timing. And that was me striking my wrist with a punch. I don't have an elastic band to hand, I'm afraid. So first off, I reset up my kind of entire gaming man cave, bit of decorating, so took everything apart. I had a very small computer desk in here previously. I'm running, my setup is two monitors, but they're not for the same purpose, they're not linked. I've got one which is a works monitor, which I obviously link up to my works laptop, so I can do everything on there. And the other then is my iMac 2 laptop, iMac 2 screen. The PS5 I actually run off my TV. So I bought a new desk, give myself considerably more space, kind of spread out, which is nice and great. Got that sorted, did the decorating, set everything back up. Could not get my player, my capture card and everything working properly. The mic was playing up. It was a bit of a nightmare. So that delayed my opportunities for recordings. At the same time then, I was preparing for a interview and assessment for a new role, not necessarily kind of different employer, just a new role within my employment. So I was having to kind of focus a lot on that. Doing quite a lot in working a lot of hours, doing a lot of overtime as well. And as I always try and say, I try wherever I can to put family first. So never really willing to sacrifice time with them just for the sake of game recording. As understanding as my other half is, I think the minute I start kind of going down that route, then I've got a problem. And neither would I ever want to go down that route, to be very, very clear on that front. This is where we're meant to be dropping this off, isn't it? Yes. Because we have 60 animals in here. So we're struggling to kind of get back up on online and getting the kind of content created. And then on top of that, we went away for a week as a family, so didn't obviously take the setup with me down there. So we came back yesterday, and this is genuinely the first opportunity that I've had to put any sort of content out. Let me just check the situation here. So we've still got a bit of straw space left in here, so that's fine. We can go and finish that field off and the next one and collect all that. Now, in addition to all that faff that I've just gone through there and explained. Oh, we left the gate open previously. That's interesting. No, I don't want to close that gate. I want to close this gate. I can't close this gate because my tractor's still in the way. Now we're in over a cow. Oh, it's all going wrong here. The whole point of this series was to talk about should you return to Farming Simulator in 2024 when it started out. Initially used a different map, however a whole host of reasons kind of cropped up around that as to why I wanted to change the map and moved over to this one instead. Since I've been offline, Giants have come out and announced Farming Simulator 2025. I'm not going to do any sort of review video or anything like that. I don't have the audience to do that at this stage. I'm not sure I'll ever have the audience to do that. However, which reminds me, again, incredibly, whilst offline for 2 weeks providing no content other than a post on the community page, which I don't even know how, if people see that, if subscribers would get a notification to see that, but I put it on there just to try and explain why nothing was kind of going out. I've a few more followers again. Subscribers even rising whilst we're not even putting content up, which is incredible. So I don't know if that's going to be snow runner content or Farming Simulator content that has made you click that button and help me out, but genuinely thank you ever so much. Welcome if you are listening on this channel. You can obviously go back over anything, the older stuff, see what this is all going to be about and what the intentions and plans are, and kind of the idea behind the channel. So yeah, so new FS25. The trailer looks amazing. Really excited for that. They obviously don't give you too much in the way of spoilers. It's quite obvious the routes, the primary routes that they've given us, but they're saying it only scratches the surface. To me, there's a hint around the textures, I don't know what the terminology is, it's an adaptive land. So basically, if it's raining and it's muddy or whatever, and the tractors are going uphill, it's essentially a mud mod, which PC have had for a while. But I think the mud mod it'll set certain parts of fields up to, like here for example, where this is, you might get this muddy because you've got it's a busy intersection, lots of wheel turning, that over time will degrade, and then the tractors would obviously have a harder time kind of coming back and forth through that. I'm kind of reading into it that if they do go with that sort of ground mod, then it's just going to be across the fields as well, which if that's the case, what an amazing mod that's going to be. New animals, new products, just a lot of new options for us to kind of hint and guess at. I think they've said spinach, haven't they, as one of the crop types, as a new crop. Stop saying I wonder if they can give me a mod that stops me saying it's yeah, I infuriate myself with it. It's so strange because I didn't know I was doing it, and I happened, I generally, I don't watch my own videos. I do the editing and then submit it, and that's kind of that. Because most of the content I'm putting out is quite simplistic, straightforward. I don't really need to review it. And then I stumbled across the one day I had to go back and watch, I think it must have been the SnowRunner episode. And I was mortified I was mortified at the fact that I say a lot. And I know why it is. It's because this is live. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. I'm just saying it. We're just talking. And that means I've got to take a moment for my brain to process what I'm actually going to say. Trying to keep it PG, trying to keep it friendly. And then that means I have to say to buy myself that moment of time to make sure I'm not going to say anything inappropriate. And I probably have talked about this on either the last episode of this of FS22 or the very first one. So again, I am going to keep apologizing for it because it annoys me, and if it annoys me, then it must annoy other people, and I understand that. So yeah, so new game coming out. So the whole point of this series was to talk about whether you should come back into this game this year. And I suppose I always assumed that there would be a new version of the game. The likelihood was it would be 3 years. November time was always likely to be when. Why have I left that in such a terrible position? Idiot. Gaming competence. So yeah, it was always going to likely be November time for the release and so on. But I don't really see it. It's not going to affect the series. My hope is that this series now allows me to kind of get myself and anyone who's watching or is interested in this series in the right mindset, ready to play 25. I really can't wait. I can't wait to see what they do, how it's going to look, how much they've listened to the mod community and the various YouTube creators who can, you know, really put masses and masses and masses into the game. I'm guessing, I'm going to guess that they will have done quite paid a lot of attention to that stuff. It's in their best interest, isn't it? At the end of the day, their game is being basically advertised for them for free. Whoops. Up a daisy. Where they can, these players are, you know, it's going to generate a revenue for Giants, so it's in their interest to listen to that. Now, you're never going to please everyone. That's always going to be the case. Hence why there's so many different YouTubers and approaches to how you can play this game. Lots of people do walkthroughs and talk and teach about how to play the game. So I suppose we're not a million miles off that in a weird way. It isn't meant to be directed as a walkthrough or a tutorial. This is more of just a let's play, but I will just talk it through because that's how I learned how to play this game, watching people doing let's plays rather than tutorials. That's my kind of inspiration for how to play the game. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be really, really interesting to see what they do. I'm going to assume all the crop types that you've got at the moment would be in the base game. I hope the animals, that they take the approach of having the babies, so be it calves or whatnot, and you have those different stages, so there's a clear difference in the animal's appearance as well, and that'll widen that area, because that's a really nice feature for some of them, like the mods that have come out previously on some of the newer maps. I just try to think, maybe what else I kind of hope they do this. I mean, it all depends how you like to play the game, doesn't it? I suppose. For me, I like realistic maps. So that's where I get my enjoyment from, and this is one of those examples. And I, being from the UK, my preference is the British maps. I'm not a massive fan of the American maps. I don't think Giants have ever... Who was I listening to the other day? It must have been Mr. CDP. I'm sure he said that Giants have never released a British map. And then when you look at the new video release, it seems to hint that the new map, if you buy the year one pass, the map at the end of that looks like it might be a British map, maybe somewhere around the Lake District or up in Scotland, maybe. So that'd be cool if that is the case. I'd really look forward to it. So I'm genuinely mega excited. My £75 has already been spent on the pre-order for the PS5 option. Can't wait for that. I tell you the one thing I really do hope they do for console is they did it on the last one, because I know they upped it from 19 to 22. The storage on console, I hope that's been increased. One of my biggest bugbears is I'm at the point now where I'm having to delete mods or maps to download new things and new stuff. It's not the end of the world, but I'm a little bit of a hoarder in some ways, I suppose. So I like, if I've got a save game, I don't like to have to bin off the map, which then means I'm going to end up having to bin off the save game. So I do hope that increases, because even if then you're just knocking the maps on the head and you're just running 2 or 3 maps at a time, which is okay, that's fine, it'll do the job. What it will allow you to do is have a much wider array of mods in terms of your tractors and your trailers and your equipment and things without having to go through them. I also hope that there's some sort of filter or search within your downloaded mods, so you can, when you do need to kind of mess around with them and bin them off, you can actually search for the name of it, or filter it based on size or when it was downloaded or how often it's used, something just like that, because it allows you to manage your storage space so much more effectively on console. Maybe I'm missing a trick. Maybe there's a way of already doing that and I've not picked up on it. I'd be pretty upset if there is, because I've been playing this game now for quite a while. I would be very clear, I wouldn't be surprised if I've overlooked it and haven't figured it out. The channel, after all, is inspired by my mediocrity and incompetence at playing computer games. However, I think I'm semi-confident that there isn't that option at the moment. So yes, exciting times. And I will then be looking to... If you're playing Bingo, by the way, today, I'm sorry, you are going to be absolutely plastered. Bingo is a game I invented when I realised I had the issue. Talked about it previously in... Certainly SnowRunner. I don't know if I've talked about it on this. Oh, hello. Hello? That's strange. Yeah, I don't know if I've talked through on this playthrough, but yeah, take a drink every time I say and you will be in a right state. So let's open this up. I think now, done our explanations, done my welcome back, talked a little bit about FS25 and how childishly excited I am for that. So I think it's probably as good a time as ever at this point to 20 minutes in or so to maybe do a little bit of a cut. No point you watching me just kind of going back and forth collecting straw, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. So a bit of a decision now. There's no point collecting that I can think of any more straw. We've got 48,000 in the bank, plus this baler. I don't like these balers. I much prefer the modded auto drop baler. It isn't realistic, I get it. I do appreciate that. But I'm gonna take this up to the shop, if I can remember where the shop is. We are going the right way for the shop, aren't we? Yes. Take this up to the shop. Trade it in regardless. If I remember rightly, there may be a couple of other bits of my equipment up there already. I know I sent some stuff up there, but I can't remember if that was when I was setting the map up or if it was in one of the last episodes. Well, I'm gonna have a little look at the shop now, make a decision, because I'd still like to do bales. Maybe send back the bale trailer that comes with the game because it's not an auto loader. And again, you can, I watched Daggerwin play, and I think we'd send him to an early grave if we used an auto loader. You could argue that I could maybe semi-cheat it and do the front forks with 3 bales, and then it's a bit less cheat than just driving around with an auto loader. I don't know. We're gonna see what the money situation is like now, when we get over here and see what there is to change up. What's this car doing? Come on. Bizarre traffic. Bizarre. See what the situation is over here. Obviously some of this, the majority of this equipment here has been returned as part of the contract hire. The JCB I ran, that was on the map. I'm going to jump back to this section. On the map, that was just kind of showing up. I think it was like here. And I couldn't find it. I could not find it. And it was only from clicking on it and then resetting it. So it must have been meant to have been. I'll show you now. It must have been meant to be associated with this. I could not track it down. I'm trying to think. It was showing on the map as it, but there I can't jump over this fence now, can I? I jump on that and then jump on this there. So on the map it was like right here, but then for me, for whatever reason, I couldn't find it and it wasn't here, so I just had to reset it and be done with it. So now the problem is I can't remember out of this equipment what is rented. I think it's all there as part of it. That's the only other things would be, did I send back one of the trailers? Yes, I did. So we could sell a trailer because I don't want that trailer. I'm happy with my single trailer. So if you come up here, I'm gonna drop off the baler. Like so. Some nice kit there. Grab the trailer back here. What's going on with my controls now? That was a bit strange. It was almost like they reversed themselves around. And I know I was looking at it backwards. I wasn't being. I know I'm rubbish, but I'm not that rubbish. That's strange. And then if I can just sneak Imber there, that might be because it's attached enough. So there we are. So we can repaint that. That's always worth doing. Repair it and sell it for 15,000. We can, yeah, definitely repaint that, repair it, and sell it back, which gives us 109,000 to play with for a new baler, and a decision on how we want to do it. So let's knock that off a second. We are a bit low on fuel, and we desperately need to repair this tractor as well. So we've got at the moment, obviously, just that one trailer in there. Haven't figured out a use for that yet. We got a lot of front loader tools here, but I can drop those out. What I'm thinking of doing is if I get rid of, this, because I also detest the pin type on it. So where are you, my friend? Let's go back into the main map. Whoops. Back into the map. There she is, flashing away over there. No, not you. I want you. No, I want you there. So if I reset you, which is, again, it's very cheaty, I know, but don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm all for being realistic, but moving kit around, moving equipment around is so infuriating and frustrating at times. So just being able to reset it and being here then so that we can be ready to deal with it, it's just so much easier. So let's take this up here, let's get this repaired, repainted, sold, whatever we need to do. So repaint it, yes. Repair, yes. In case you are absolutely brand new, the reason I repaint and repair, you'll get the money back and a touch more for doing it. Not much, but you will gain that money and then a little bit more on top of that. So it is worth doing. And we're going to sell that trailer, so that's gone. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is, because we have a front loader, which is down here. So if I just jump into this tractor, we've got, oh, come on. My settings are really slow. Stop saying, where is it? I've lost it now. Good grief. There. So we've got the front loader option. What we could do is combine it with front loader tools. One of my old favorites. The CS of the CSZ pack. Bale forklift grabber would allow us to pick up 3, and then I can just chuck it, and that just, it feels a little less cheaty. It's still a bit automated. It's probably the right compromise for this map. So do you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to buy that. Thanking you very much. That needs, does it say on there? I may need, let's have a look. Let's use this John Deere a minute and see if we can't use this. I wouldn't necessarily use this. Whoa, easy now. No front loader on that. Oh, now I'm stuck. Uh-oh. There we go. Off with you. Is it you that can use the front loader attachment? I think it is. You look like you've got the kit on the side. Let's have a look. Well, so it'd help if I could drive. Oh, I don't like the gear on box menu. Oh my word, what's going on? There we go. So I'm not sure if we're the wrong way around really for that weight. Hard to tell. I hate the gearbox on this tractor. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Don't even like this tractor, but I don't want to start changing everything around. So if I just bring this up here just to make my life a little easier, and again, don't hate the player, hate the game. And we're gonna reset the weight, and we're gonna reset, if I could select it. Please let me select it. There we go. I was in the way. Jump up here, back to the shop over there. Jump out of this massive tractor over here. Where's my tractor gone? There. Where did you put the weight? And where is my... new bale focus bed there. Ah, there's the weight. So... ah, come on. Ah, I hate this tractor. So we've still got 120. We still need to... oops. Oh, it's not going to let me know, is it? Because I've come at this the wrong way. And now I'm going to give myself a drama, because probably not going to be able to steal that away. It's too close. Now, I could move the case. But I like a challenge. And it's more fun. Wait, sorry, pal. Yeah. Come on, then. Out from in here. Let's create some space. So we need now a trailer for bales. That's got the pallet, auto load pallet on it. Can be a bumper pull. Options, I suppose. These are all auto load balers. That's standard. That might just be the answer potentially. Let's have a look. The only other thing would be into the bale loaders, have a little look. What's that? That's a new one. I must have downloaded that. How many bales does it have? 105 bales. That's got to be... oh, I know what that is. That's off the tiny baler I downloaded for a different map. That's an auto load baler, I think, isn't it? Yeah, so that's got a bale auto load option. But we don't want to go that route, so we might just go... can always add the auto load thing. Quite like that. Quite like that. And it might just do us for productions down the line. 18,000. Mind you, the rolling is cheaper again. and drop the auto load on it at any point. Always change it to black. You can have any color you want as long as it's black. No plates. It's quite a long trailer, that, I think, isn't it? But that still leaves us 100,000 to play with. $100,000 to play with for our baler. We may need to have a little loan. Let's get this out of the way. That's another mod that PC has where you can set the reset points, and which would be interesting if you had multiple reset points. So if you could send it back to the shop, for example, or send it to your farm. I don't know whether that would be a possible mod for console going forward. Because I love the game, it's just the faffiness in the middle that gets me, like the moving stuff around like that. So this is the, I don't like this one because it's 27 miles an hour, which is ridiculous, but I do like this quick bail option. It's the much cheaper version of that. It's still a bit faster, it's 15 miles an hour, not 10, and it's almost half the price. It is very cheaty. It's a bail wrapper as well, which is great, but I kind of want this to be a little bit different than this. This was the tiny little baler for that trailer I just saw that's just then. Not going to use the Gavale stuff. These ones are massive and miles too expensive, original game stuff. The problem we've got is it's just, I don't know, I mean, we're not gonna, the only ones that do the auto drop are generally those later ones and these massive 160,000 ones, and they run at a much higher horsepower than anything that we've got. Because we've only got 190 on the John Deere and the Valtra, so Valtra, I don't know how you pronounce that, sorry. Yeah, tricky this. I'm gonna have to go with, I don't wanna, I quite like that ProTech. It might be cheaty, but I may have to just go with the old quick bail. Just, I know I won't sit right, but it's the bio balers. These are the monster ones. So there's 250 centimeters. Do you know what? It's a game. You play it how you want to play it. $125s. I mean, these do. I mean, these are enormous bales. These 180 bales are massive. So maybe the compromise is, if I remember, no, do you know what? We're going to do this. I don't like the visual work assist area. It is somewhat useful, I suppose. That's the other thing. No, do you know what? It's too unrealistic. Right, we're gonna take a loan just to cover the extra expense, and we're gonna buy the Vicon or the. I don't think there's any difference in them, is there? 150, 10 miles an hour, 125. We know that's all the same. We'll change the file colour to black. Body can stay red. Get rid of the registration plate. It's going to leave us only with £2,000, which isn't anything really for seeds and stuff. So we may have to do a bit more loaning or finish off that contract. But it's going to give us a baler and a few other bits and bobs. Cool. So there she is over there. These spikes. Now you shouldn't. I know you shouldn't drive. I shouldn't drive this thing with the spikes set like that. Sorry, car. You're gonna have to apply your brakes and slow down, pal. Okay, I'm gonna take these back over to the field. Surely, I've just taken the wrong turn, haven't I? Yeah, I should have gone on that side of the road. My bad. Let's get these back over and we shall start a bit of baling. And that way it gives us options with the straw then if we want to use them for in that speed cut. I've put a bit of straw into the pigs. I'm probably not going to do pigs in this series. I might do down the line, but certainly not anytime soon. What I really want to do is sheep, but there's no sheep on our farm. And cows and sheep are what I like to do on a farm, so go straight in that one. Right, so I have to get this all the way up, back up to the main field, ready for where we're going to do all the baling. So may as well just take it straight on up there. Cut through the farm. Now this tractor doesn't really need to be anything special. It's one, I mean, it's 170. Whoa, that'll teach me. Dear me, dear me. Plus, it's matchy match, isn't it? It's nice color match. So that'll do us. Once we finish the baling, then my plan will be to deal with this grass field here on our left. Give that a cut, get some silage bales going ASAP for feed for the cows. Here we are at the top field. I'm not sure what we're getting in terms of bales really from here, but we'll soon see. Right, back in the Valtra. Yeah, sorry, it's the Valtra, not Valtra. I genuinely had a little look online the other day at FarmCon tickets. I don't know anyone who I would go with, so I'd have to go on my own. So to go over to Germany, I think it was, wasn't it, for FarmCon? To go over to Germany on my own would be a bit of an ask, I think. I don't think my other half of the family would be particularly grateful for that. And let's go this way this time. Let's see. Let's learn the map a bit more whilst we head down there. You would think I've learnt my lesson that I shouldn't be doing that. So we come all the way down here. How are we gonna come back across then, mate? It looks like there might be a dirt track at the end of this next section, so we'll maybe cut across there. Yeah, I think that's got to be on the wish list, on the bucket list. Maybe get to a FarmCon, maybe next year. I mean, it would be good to go this year because the new game's coming out, so that would be, you know, I don't think it's probably going to get much better than when the years that the new games come out. But it's too soon. I can't afford it certainly can't with the family afford the time for it, or work and things. So who knows, maybe next year. Maybe if the channel's grown a bit, and there's people I'm kind of talking to on here that are going, maybe that'd be pretty cool. I'm not paying attention again, am I? I should have jumped onto that track. Our farm's over there. This is going to take me away from our farm. Idiot. Pay attention. Too busy then, daydreaming, see, about having that cup of tea with Mr. CDP, or meeting Dagoin, or Farmer Cop. I mean, there's so many good farming simulator YouTubers like that are out there. You know, I'd love to meet them, just talk to them, talk about content creating, talk to them about the game and who they follow, what their inspiration is at times. The geek in me just goes wild for it. This map, I really do like this map. It's massive, and the fields are maybe a touch too big for my liking. I don't mind bigger fields, but this is too big, really. What I would have liked to do for this series is much more on the lines of multiple fields that are smaller, so we're getting that kind of variation of crops and things. And I could still do it, couldn't I? I mean, we could maybe next year look to. I mean, I could certainly. I was thinking about maybe splitting the fields potentially. And I mean, we've got two of the smaller fields. When you look at the others, we've certainly got smaller fields compared to what else is around us. So maybe it's just a case of getting on with it, I suppose. Because after all, it is 3:10 in on August. We've only got the one day of the month on this month, because it's the first month of the game. After that, then we have our first sleep, and we said, oh no, what have I done here? Let's have a look. What size was that baler? I wonder. I don't think it's going to let me do anything. Is it because I've got straw in the baler? Okay, we're gonna have to just go with it, I'm afraid. Let's have a look. We'll see how many litres it picks up now and what it was set to. I'm hoping it was 150 rather than 180. In my mind, that's where it goes at. What's it going to be then? A 5,000 litre bale, is it? Yeah. And that's what I like about these balers, is that element there. You just keep going. There's no stopping, reversing, so you have to drop it off. I know that's the realistic way to play. I know, don't hate me. I also now realise I forgot to come back and just tidy up these areas, which is a bit silly of me. Hey ho. Bit of wasted crop. I think there might be someone at my door. Postman came a knocking. Hopefully I can sort that out in the edit. So, recording wise now, we're running at just over an hour. So I'm trying to work out how much time I'll be able to save. I think we're pretty much at the limit, but again, these episodes, you just don't achieve anywhere near as much if you don't speed edit the boring stuff like this. It's just, you know, it just doesn't it's very different to snow runner, where there's a lot of different things going on. So yeah, so it's a tough one, isn't it? I don't know what to do for the best, really, whether we just carry on a little bit. But you know, I mean, how much more? I mean, what I'll do is I'll speed edit this now, and if the episode's over an hour, it's over an hour, so be it. And I'll come back once I've collected, you know, all the bales are done. I'll maybe jump back on quickly whilst we talk, just to kind of collect the first few bales, get them onto the trailer, then maybe speed edit that. So I would really like in this episode just to finalise these fields. Then these two fields are then ready to be dealt with. We could try and do a headland with the plough or the cultivator, whichever way we need to go with it, to start then getting them ready for a new crop. So I'll speak to you shortly. Okay, so that is a lot of bales. Decision made in terms of the cuts. What I would normally do is the speed cuts, I just kind of speed them up, so there'd be like a ×7 bit of music. To try and save on a bit of time, they're just going to be straight cuts, and I'll bring you back then. It just cuts, it just makes it gets maybe a little bit of time. If I can get all this into one episode, then I'll feel a lot better about things. Now then, hopefully, after all of that this isn't going to go horribly wrong. So we'll go into that, we'll unfold the bale grabber. Actually, we don't need to unfold it, do we? It's already on, that's all we need to do. So I'll drop that off there a sec. It's been a while since I've done this. Please, yes, right. Okay, so we got the weight on the back, so we should be okay. So it's only going to be 3 bales at a time. So grab that one, grab that one, grab that one, and then we'll return to our little flat. This is going to be a bit... Whoa! Don't do that. Put them there, and then hopefully, if I remember rightly, if I unfold that, and then... Whoops! Unload them there, come back out of that, back into that position. We're not in transport mode, we're just going to go pick them up. Look at that! And then, please, although they don't go around it, technically I think those should be secure. Let's conduct a little test. Oh, now I can't even hook my trailer up. Look at that. Solid as a rock. Okay, put the trailer off. Onward. I'm going to collect all these. I'll see you in a moment. There we go. So, if we put some straps on here. There's not another strap there. Interesting. Ah, there it is. That's strange. It's got one there. Like it's interesting. Okay, that'll do for now, at least to secure them. So this is the field done and dusted, collected, all good. Got a lot of bales there. Nothing in terms of value, but if we undo all of them and redo all of them, lovely. Lift that up and out of the way, spin this around, and I can return these now to the farm. Find a home for them. I think we may have an auto load back at the farm. I can't really remember, but either way, I think that'll do it for today. So if you have enjoyed this, please do give me a like and a follow in the comments. Let me know anything that I could be doing better. If you do be doing anything differently, any ideas you'd like to share or talk about, and then great, let's engage, let's talk about things. If you would like to share this video, then please do be my guest. There's no dramas with that. And until next time, be happy, stay safe, and we'll speak again soon. Take care.